Alright, what's up everybody? My name is Big Tony Z. I wanted to do a video on crypto today. Now, most people that watch my videos or subscribe to my YouTube channel probably have something to do with music. Whether it be audio engineering, recording, you're a musician, whatever, then you're most likely watching my videos for that. So why in the world would I want to be talking about crypto right now? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because crypto's the future. People have already made their millions from it. If you're still not a part of it or you still don't know anything about it, then you are behind. In some respect, you could say that everybody, including myself, is behind because we've already come to the bottom of this first big increase in price. It was like from damn $6,000 to almost $20,000. That is a lot. That is a huge growth, and that was back in December of 2017. Well, actually, I have yet to check the market today, not gonna lie. But the main thing that I want to talk about today is the two algorithms of coin. And Bitcoin right now is at 61.35, so it's over $6,000. So basically, there's two algorithms when making cryptocurrency. It doesn't come from thin air. It doesn't come from a trusted source called the government. It comes from an algorithm. I'm not a professional cryptographer. I don't study the theories. All I am is an investor that wants to introduce it into my own business. So my business, if you don't already know, is in music publishing, all of the administration, all the baloney paperwork that nobody really wants to do. Like, I didn't want to do it back in the day. All I wanted to do was make music, play shows, and be a rock star. Well, I got older, and so did everybody else. So, alright, the I'm gonna draw the line here we got. Alright, so you got two. You got proof of work and proof of stake. POW, proof of work. POS, proof of stake. I'll write it out real quick. Alright, so you got proof of work and you got proof of stake. These are, like I said, these are algorithms. Those basically, like when you hear about a Bitcoin miner, they confirm the transactions between the two parties. Miners are nothing but a computer that's used specifically for creating and stabilizing a crypto network. So the network being everybody that's holding it and sending it to each other. That's the network. The miners are the ones that confirm, make sure everybody who's sending actually has what they're sending, and everyone that's receiving actually gets what they're supposed to receive. So, seems simple enough, right? So proof of work. That's when you buy a supercomputer. It's actually called an ASIC computer. You buy one of those, and you set it up, and it literally creates crypto. And then you send it to your wallet. It's really that easy. The only problem is it's so expensive right now. It is so expensive to do that. But the more miners out there, the difficulty goes up. It's harder to get a block. And if you don't have any blocks to make, then you're not getting paid because you're not doing any work, right? So that's proof of work. Okay, so the two different types of mining and proof of work. You got CPU mining or ASIC mining. So basically, before you could use any laptop, any computer, and you could mine with your computer. Now you can, but you're going to spend more money on the electricity bill doing it than you will earning Bitcoin. So it's up to you. You know, if you really think that Bitcoin is worth enough for that, then do it. But there's a thing, ASIC miners, those are literally manufactured for the sole purpose of mining Bitcoin. That is it. And a few other ones now. Because, anyways, I can go back. I can do that, talk about that in another video. So, and then you have GPU mining. We all know what a GPU is. So, the GPU miner does not mine Bitcoin. It does not mine a lot of the major named coins. It's used to mine some altcoins. Some popular ones I know of, like Ethereum. Ethereum's a very popular altcoin. Okay, so like I said, you got the CPU, you got the GPU. CPUs basically don't do anything for mining, and the ASICs are literally programmed for nothing but mining Bitcoin. And those things sound like a freaking jet turbine, man. They're loud. So GPU, if you want to get into mining, GPU mining would probably be the best. The only thing is you can't get Bitcoin. You can get any other coin that uses the GPU algorithm, and then just trade it for Bitcoin if you wanted to. But let's move on. Let's go to the proof of stake. Proof of stake, personally, my favorite, and I'll tell you why. Proof of stake is literally holding your coin in your wallet online, and it does the exact same thing a miner does. So instead of spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on miners and electricity, you're literally spending money on the coin itself. Yes, you will not be able to create the coin without already investing in the coin. So there's that kicker. Whereas you can buy an ASIC miner, or better yet, you can buy a GPU miner, and you can switch between a bunch of different coins. Whatever coin seems more profitable at that time, that would be the one you would want to mine. Whereas proof of stake, you basically have to invest in the coin and then hold that coin for a certain amount of time, and you'll start getting payments through that. Basically, the reason you want to go proof of stake versus proof of work, it's energy efficient. You're literally using the same electricity you would if you left your computer on overnight. It's not doing any kind of extra weight on the CPU itself. I think I have probably 5 different coins staking right now, and I think it uses maybe 2% more CPU than normal. So it really is not that bad on your computer, and the energy bill, you can't hardly notice. So you have to buy in, so let me write that. So there's different types of staking. Basically the normal staking, like I just said, there's you buy your coins from an exchange using Bitcoin most likely, and then you hold it in the wallet online, and that's it. I mean, I've had a few coins that have been staking for a while now, and it's really starting to look good. It really is. So obviously it takes time. Let me talk about the different types. You have to invest in order to stake. So you have to put some skin in the game. You have to put some money down in order to reap the rewards of staking. We have 3 different proof of stakes. We have DPoS, pure POS, and masternodes. Now, masternodes, I'm gonna put that in the middle. I'm gonna put that in the middle because masternodes are it's an interesting concept, and I'll go to that last. But first off, we have pure POS, which is what I was just talking about, which is, get it, you hold it in your wallet, that's it, pure POS. There's no strings attached, you just hold it and that's it. DPoS stands for delegated proof of stake. That means you are delegating the right to stake your coins to somebody else, only for a fee of some sort, in order to get your rewards. Just to name a few coins that do that, there's one called ARK I really like, and it's a delegated proof of stake. Basically, you buy into the coin, and then you have to vote for a delegate. So when you vote for a delegate, you're voting for the person that you want to stake your coins. My delegate that I'm voting for right now, or I voted for, he is paying out every week. There's some that pay out daily, but most of them, no matter when they pay out, there's going to be a threshold in order to get paid. With my delegate, I'm getting paid every 2 weeks. Well, I just bought some more, so I don't know yet. It probably still will be 2 weeks, but every 2 weeks I'm getting paid. I like that. And the cool thing is, and that's the same thing with all these proof of stakes, is that it's compound interest. And the person you're voting for probably has 1 million coins they're holding for everybody, you know what I mean? So the weight that they have in the network is very high, and that's why they're able to pay you out like that. Because if I was to do it by myself, I probably wouldn't get paid. And it doesn't make any sense to hold it if you're never going to get paid, because then you can never really compound on it. So if you have a delegated proof of stake, you're able to send it out. You get paid a little bit, but each time you get paid, you're getting compound interest, and you're able to increase your weight and get paid more next time. That's delegated proof of stake. Pure POS, your weight, in other words, how much coin you're holding, that makes your stake. So the more coins you hold, the more you're going to make. Compare your stake compare it to the entire network stake, everyone that holds that coin, that's how much you're going to get paid. They're going to base it off of what you hold compared to what everybody else holds as a sum. Masternodes. Now this one is going to be a little difficult to understand. Just because, like I said, masternodes are both POS and POW coins. In order to set up a masternode, each developer that makes the coin sets a collateral. Let's use Dash. Dash is a well-known masternode coin, and it's also a POW coin. I believe it's 1,000. I believe you need 1,000 Dash to get a Dash masternode, to set up a Dash masternode. So technically, I think Dash, it's been down. It's like the cheapest it's been in a long time, but I'm pretty sure Dash is like, wait, I can pull it up real quick. Dash right now is sitting at 241.20. So that would mean if you have $240,000, you can set you up a Dash masternode. You have to invest enough into it to get the collateral. Now here's the difference. There's POS masternodes and then there's POW masternodes. POW masternodes are kind of cool because, you know, people are already using them to mine coins, and then basically it's like the green alternative to a miner, the same as like POS. So masternodes will always make more than their POS. That or it'll be equal. Some coins will do a 50-50 split, whereas 50% go to the masternode holders and 50% go to the POS holders. So if you have a coin, let's say my very first masternode was called Jew. Well, it was shekel. That was my very first masternode I've ever set up, and it's what I learned on. I did really well on it, so I'm happy with it. It took 10,000 coins to make a masternode, and once the masternode came up, it was I think it was a 75-25, whereas you'll get, so basically each block, so this is totally made up, I just made it up, but this is kind of how it's laid out. So reward structures for masternode coins, they will be on a block basis. So from block 0 to 1,000, basically a block is a transaction. So from the first 1,000 transactions, the reward's only going to be one coin. And then if it's a 50-50 split, that means your masternodes are getting paid 0.5 and your stakers are going to get paid 0.5. And then let's say 1,001 to 10,000 is 5. Same thing. So when it goes from block 1,000 to 1,001, the reward goes up. A lot of coins, like there's one pure POS coin that I just got into, that their thing was that they had super blocks, where the block they're actually in right now is paying a 5,000 ROI. Because we're not saying this happens once a day. This is randomly. It could happen 5 times in one day, but it would still only be what the whole reward was. So you kind of got to look at it like where it's talking about like an ROI. That's a year. So basically, in a year, but that's the thing. The blocks are never going to last that long. Like the one I'm talking about, it's like literally like how this one's at 300,000. It'll be 300,001 to 31,000, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, really, you're only getting like 10,000 transactions at 100. So that's how that works. I'm sorry if you can't read this or if it looks crappy or whatever. I mean, a friend of mine told me I should get one of these, and I thought it was probably a good idea. So how this reward structure is laid out, what's going to happen is people are going to really start to get involved around these times, and then there's going to be a lot during this time. Because people want to be involved, people want to make sure they're getting staking rewards during this time, because these are the blocks that pay the most. So the one I'm talking about, it's at 5,000, and then the next reward structure is 10,000. So honestly, I don't even want to tell you about it, because by the time you watch this, most likely it won't even be there. It'll be past that. So, You can look at it and then comment me in the comments if you think you know what it is, and I'll let you know if you're right or wrong, but let me know. So like I said, Dash. Dash has the PO, it's a miner coin, and also has masternodes. So masternodes, they give you what Dash's feature was. It was a privacy coin. It was the first privacy coin. Some will argue. What do you need privacy for if you're in a blockchain? You know, you're decentralized and there's nothing connecting you necessarily. Well, unfortunately there is. It's a very long address, you know, public address, but it's connected to you. You don't ever put your name out there saying that it's yours unless you choose to, like I have on my YouTube channel. But Bitcoin's been around long enough to where the FBI has been able to link criminals to certain Bitcoin addresses and charge them with whatever crime that they've committed. So basically you have to send your coins through, and it basically burns the coins you have and creates brand new ones where the creation of the coin is there. So there's no traces of where it came from. There's no traces of anything. It's brand new. It's what I believe is called zero coin, which has zero backtrack, you know? Whereas Bitcoin, you know, every single Bitcoin has been logged in the blockchain no matter where they go. You know, the Bitcoin I'm holding right now has probably gone through who knows how many, you know. If you ever thought about where a dollar's been? Yeah, well, it's kind of the same thing except at the speed of light. So, I say speed of light, Bitcoin's actually pretty freaking slow. As anybody who's been in the crypto world lately has figured that out. That's kind of funny too, because it's like, you know, when I first heard about Bitcoin, I was told that it was private, it was fast, and it was cheap to use. Now, there's so many miners that in order for them to get paid, because getting paid is incentive to do everything right. If you don't do something right, you don't get paid, right? So the incentive for miners to do the right thing is up so high. Before SegWit happened, you were literally paying $15 to send $20. And it's not saying you would send $20 and spend $15. No, you would spend the $15 from the $20 you're trying to send. That didn't make no sense to me. SegWit comes along, and now the fees are a little cheaper, speeds are a little faster. But even now, you know, they're working on what's called Lightning Network, and it's just like, no matter what happens, this is the big issue with Bitcoin. It doesn't scale well. There's so many new people getting into it, and so many wallets and miners and all this stuff. The network's not doing well. You got proof of work, you got proof of stake. Proof of work is mining, using a computer or a GPU to mine the cryptocurrency. And then proof of stake, literally all you do is put your coin from the exchange into your wallet, keep it online, and you get paid. I mean, I get paid probably at least once a day on one of my coins. At least once a day. Unfortunately, right now, the market is crashing. The entire market is crashing. I wouldn't say it's crashing, it's just going down. There's more people willing to sell than to buy. So when that happens, you get price. You basically get a discount on the market. Litecoin right now is like at 80 bucks. I could look it up, but yeah, I don't know, man. Let me know if there's any coins that you're interested in that you would like me to talk about or do some research in. But basically, I wanted to get this down because I think once you understand the proofs, proof of work, proof of stake, you'll really start to understand what's going on. I think next video I'm going to talk about ERC20 tokens, basically the difference between a token and a coin. So give me a like on this video if you want to see that. Like I said before, my music business I'm introducing this into, so I'm really giving my clients the option to receive their royalties in cryptocurrency if they want. You know, it's not forced. I'm not forcing anybody to. I'm giving them the choice because I know this is a very new thing, and I wouldn't want anybody to do anything with their money that they weren't comfortable with. Basically, if you're going to invest in a crypto, you should only invest what you're willing to lose. I'm such a advocate for proof of stake because even if the market value goes down, you are still increasing your supply, which adds up. Right now, the market's been doing nothing but going down. But my total coins, my portfolio keeps going up. I mean, a lot of this I'm doing is long term. I'm not trying to sell anything unless I can get me my Lambo. But that'll be a while, most likely. If the market were to jump up like it did back in December, whereas everything I have is going to go up like thousands of percent, think about it. If you invest $1 and that $1 increases by 1,000%, how much does it worth? It's worth $1,000. So when you invest $100 and it goes up 1,000, you have $100,000. I mean, do I need to say anything else? I mean, yes, it also works the other way. If it goes down $1,000, you're out $1,000. So like I said, if you're gonna invest only what you are willing to lose. I'm trying to introduce cryptocurrencies into an industry that probably won't have much influence at all when it comes to this stuff. I see banking having a lot of influence on it. I see retail stores having a lot to do with it, obviously. But music, I mean, there's like 2 altcoins I know of personally that do anything with music. And I keep my eye on them. I haven't invested in any of them. And I'm telling you, I'm being truthful. I have not invested in any of them. I'm not really feeling good about them. You know, there hasn't been an altcoin I felt good about since I figured out what proof of stake was. So if it isn't staking, I mean, I'm not really interested in it. There's one coin I'm a fan of, and I've talked to some of my clients about, and that's NEO. NEO is a proof of stake coin, but it's a proof of stake coin that you don't have to leave open. You don't have to leave it on. You don't have to leave it staking. It will, anytime, you could literally you can shut your computer down for a year, come back and see this fat sum of coin waiting for you to claim. And I like that, you know. I don't mind keeping my computer on overnight, but there's times where Windows will update while I'm sleeping and restart itself. And then, you know, everything's shut down. So at that point, I'm not actually making anything. With NEO, you are. The only thing about NEO is it doesn't compound interest. It actually pays out in a sister coin, I should say. It's basically the utility coin for the NEO market, or for the NEO blockchain, and it's called gas. So you get paid in gas. You get paid based off of how much NEO you hold, not how much gas you own. So because of that, you don't compound interest. But the plus side to that is you also don't cut into your stake at all when you liquidate. You know, any of these other proof of stake coins, and most likely why it's a long-term thing, is because as soon as you sell just a little bit of it, you're instantly gonna make less because your weight went down. And you know the weight of the entire network is always going up. There's always gonna be new people investing into it. There's always gonna be people that know about it doubling up on their portfolio when they can. Basically, don't invest in things that you don't know anything about. Do your research. Do your research. Don't just go off of what I'm telling you. All I know is I like when my money makes money, and proof of stake does that. Let me know what you think about this. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you want to see more, what coins you're looking at. If you want me to do some research on them, let me know. If you want to know what I personally invested in. But all in all, that's it. I'm glad you all stuck through this. I'm going to have to do a lot of editing most likely for this, but thanks for sticking around. Bye.